Hello, good afternoon. Hello, Xenix. How are you doing today? All right, I've been playing around with my window distribution, and it's, let's see if yep, super zoomed in. I tried 3 windows at a time over here, and it's way too much. It's finishing, last day of your job. Well, happy last day of your job. Happy Friday. Do you have your next thing lined up, or is it going on to the job hunt now? Okay, so our plan for today, continuing on what we were doing this morning, and we have to update our table. So for the tags, we want to update this. So, well, yeah, we want to update this to a data table. That's what we want to do. So if we take you away and we do this as a you'll be upset at me because you need, well, we can actually just go take a look at what this needs. Okay, so we need a title. So there's gonna be tags. We're gonna need a title level. Now, if I remember correctly, we have this as a title level 2, so we have okay, we already have a title level 1 for course tags, and then a 2 for create tag. So this would probably be the same level. So 2. Then we need an ID. Nope. Happy Friday to you too. My head is in pain from the 3JS. You'd like to bake the whole scene in Blender and leave it. Can you, what, is there a way to render animations from 3JS, from Blender in the web? Would it have to use like the or what is it called? The container? No, canvas. Would it have to be the canvas or something? Okay, so this is gonna be the basically just all tags. Okay, so we have ID. Okay, and then rows. So we have rows and titles. So titles we already have. And that's gonna be, what do we have here? Okay, we have titles. Just the tag name. Okay. Oh, we don't need that. That's fine. Yes, there is. Depends on what animations. Oh, maybe it's just easier to do that then. Because like in the end, nobody really cares how it's made. They just want to see it. For example, background I believe is better to bake it inside a blender just because of a size. That makes sense. Probably because then it's not rendering on a front end, right? It's not having to do any work. It's just plain whatever is there. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, so rows here. So we do, okay, so store tags, values. We're gonna map. We get a row, and I want to just insert. So you're just gonna be a vector. Create a new vector, insert. We don't need to insert like the tag name. It just is going to be literally the tag name. And then return the row. Okay, that's fine. We collect you into a vec. Nope, nope. One too many. Okay, we do that. Okay. It's not going to be an insert. It's going to be push. Collect. Okay, so I want a row. Oh. I don't actually push a row like this, so never mind. Hold on. We're just going to push tag dot name. What? No, not that. Tag dot name. And we can clone you. There, that makes more sense. Okay, so tag values, this is going to be rows. Like that. Oh. That, okay. Can I find value titles? Why can't you find titles? What did I call it? Oh, tag titles. That's what it is. Let's do all tags rows. All tags titles. Okay, this what will be. Okay, so you're happy there, sort of. The trait bound is not satisfied. What do you need to be? Rows. It's a vec of, oh, it's a vec of BB table row. That's what it is. Okay. So it's not exactly what I want. Okay. All right, so ID, tag dot ID, can I into that? Values. Oh, right, for each row I want Right. There's only one of them. So it's going to be avec of tag.name. Can I do into like that? I might be able to. And then find slot. It's going to be a none. So then you're going to be oh, from I64. Okay, so then so we'll do to string and then into to turn it into that. Okay. Tag.name. You're already nice string. So, oh, I don't, wait. Cannot move out of tag.name. Okay, so can I just do, I don't need to do anything else. I think that's all I need then. Okay, slot none. So we do that. You're happy, which means I log in again. Here's our tags. So it's just one of these. We have our tag name, but I can search for like Rust. Nice. Okay, so everything's working as expected there. That's what we want to see. Okay, so we don't need that anymore. We don't need that. No warnings, no nothing, so we're good to go. So tags page. Okay, so step one done. That was the easy one, right? Now a little bit harder one is going to be the course articles. So this one is, we go to courses, course articles, and I want to be able to add them in here. So this gets changed around a little bit. I mean, in a way, having both of these be data tables would be nice, specifically because I can search for it. Let's do that later. So let's see. The other thing I'm thinking about is like, do I actually like the data table format for this? And I'm not completely 100% sure. I might want to go with a completely different like then data table even for this pattern. Because like now that I'm here and integrating it in, I like the data table for data tables. I'm not 100% sold on using it for this. I'm almost so is it really old? It feels like a super old pattern for this, but my mind is almost now going to a different sort of design pattern. Let's see if we could draw it out. No, not that. Tea Kettle Drone, hello, how are you doing today? I wonder, let's see. If I have something like this, we have another one right next to it. What I probably want is like we have our text. So this is the course articles. And then we have available articles. Normally, what I've like another thing that sort of come to mind, which I don't know why I didn't think about it when I first created it, but hey, we're here now. Is not that. Is there an arrow? Something like this. Maybe a little bit too big. We can make you farther apart. So if you click on one of the articles in here, so let's make that article. And then we'll have articles in here. So let's say we have something like this. We have two of them. If I click on you, and then I could click on this button and that moves it over here. So that might be better than just clicking on it and it appears over here. Or I could click and drag back and forth. That feels a little bit better to me. And this is, I think, this is probably going to be its own component all of its own. Do any of you know what this is called? Like, what is this like design component called? Like, I feel it has a name. Twisted Seed, hello. How are you doing today? Would love to tell me if you knew. Well, totally understandable. Let's see. If I can, let's see if we can Google search for this. This might also be, this type of stuff might be a really good use of AI LLMs. Let's use find. Okay. Ooh. I can use ChatGPT. Oh. 0 uses left. I don't know why it was, okay, whatever. Okay, so what do I want this to be? I want this to be build a component, like a web component that allows that has check out the Olama GitHub. Yeah, we could take a look at that. Olama GitHub. You can do your own research, but it appears to be Docker for LLMs. Oh, interesting. Albert, hello. How are you doing today? That is a really cute logo. Create, run, and share self-contained large language models. Ollama bundles the model's weights, configurations, prompts, and more into self-contained packages that run anywhere. Nice. So wait, is this offline large language models? I mean, that's sort of what it sounds like, right? Because that's pretty cool. We're gonna have to play around with this. This looks cool. Okay, so we're gonna add this to my. Add that to my star list. Cool, good find. That's awesome. It looks like this is the URL, if anybody wants to take a look at that. Nick, hello. How are you doing today? I am surprised that the bot didn't work. Oh, that's too bad. Luckily I have the chat open for YouTube. But the restream bot didn't work today. So sorry about that. Here's the URL for that we're just looking into. Apparently we can do self-hosted LLMs. It's probably like nowhere near as good as, like, you know, the mega big ones that can run on the big clouds, but hey, it's oh, I'm looking at a fork. Oh, good catch. Okay, is this the one? This looks like the right one, right? Okay, sorry about that. Here, let me give you the real URL. It's this one. Okay, much better. Yeah, we'll have to. So now let me star this one. Yeah, I want the real one. Cool. Well, yeah. So we'll definitely check this out later. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, I'm sure we can do something cool with it. And then back to this. Okay. I want to build a web component. And I don't want to necessarily use it live on stream right now. I want to sort of like play around with it off stream just to make sure it's like not going to do something not terribly great on stream. Let's see. Okay, so I want to build a web component that allows for adding and removing data from two lists. What is this design pattern name? I guess I should have said like a UX design pattern name, because it might actually do the dual list or list builder design pattern. This pattern is frequently used in interfaces where users need to select multiple items from a large set of options. Aha, okay, the pattern consists of two lists, an available items list and a selected items list. The available items list displays all the options. Okay, so that kind of, looking at this, kind of works. Okay, the selected items list. So we basically have our selected items and our available items. Between the two lists, there are buttons or some other type of controls that allows the users to move items between the lists. Common controls, you know, add, remove, add all, remove all, okay? You get the old Windows settings vibes from this. Yeah, that's actually what my brain was going to, like, right today. Like, thinking about it was like, oh man, I remember like seeing those somewhere, like maybe Windows or something. But those look terrible. They look terrible. But I wonder if like there's some modern design patterns we can gain inspiration from. Users can select one or multiple items. Okay, so I wanted to do drag and drop. Okay, so basic JavaScript. Yeah, we're gonna be able to support drag and drop. We just need to create the component for this and figure out like what it's gonna look like. So this is called, we now know a name. So it's called dual list or list builder. So let's now go, no, not that. Dual, okay, let's dual list, like sort of web interface. Dribble. There's a, maybe we can go to Dribble and take a look at what people have done with dual lists. This should be pretty safe to look through, right? All right, so we wanted some inspiration here. This is like a pretty, oh, okay. I have to log in to look at them. Oh, that's too bad. Or I could just zoom in a lot. So this one looks, I'm not a huge fan of the inline scroll. Like I've never really liked that pattern very much. I feel that I don't know, I feel it gets confusing, especially if you're on mobile, of like, okay, well, my mouse has to be in the correct place to be able to like search through. This is interesting, sort of like having like different colors to denote the different lists. This breaks my brain a little bit. And was that it? That, okay, cool. What's one of the other websites that people build things in? Like you can have like live examples of, oh geez. I used to use it all the time too. I forget the name for it. So let's see, dual list, drag and drop, web, sort of like design. Maybe example. Code pen. That's what it is. Okay. Let's take a look at some code pens. So this is not too bad. So this looks fine. This is a pretty simple one, and it's like very similar to what we have right now already. I do like the sort of the boxes that you get as opposed to like the line above, but I'm okay with the line above. I think that's okay too. Okay, so this is one. So can we search for dual list? So a very basic Bootstrap dual list with search built in. That's nice. No drag and drop capabilities. Oh, with select all buttons, so you can just move them all in. No ability to reorder. But I do like the search. So theoretically, if I have everything over here and we say like, okay, I want that and pull it over. Okay, that lost everything. Well, we wouldn't want that. We wouldn't want a bug like that, but I do like the search idea. So if I combine search and like something like this together, that's pretty good. Anything else we can get inspiration for? So let's update our design as we go through this. So we want you and you. We want probably some kind of search. With an X button. In there, okay. If we get rid of that and we bring you close like this, I want to have an outline probably. I mean, that's a choice for an outline. Okay. Can I have you be like an actual outline? There we go. So I like this a little bit more. Okay, more dual list. So we had, so can I do dual list, drag, drop. There's also list builder. Not really. Oh, interesting. So this put available on the left and selected on the right. They have select all, but oh, that doesn't select all. That just literally moves them all. Okay. Oh, okay, so they don't have multiple at a time. So just go like that, and they don't have any way of reordering. So I don't think there's anything here that's new. So we're just gonna go back. This is like the standard old Windows one, right? Where we can select multiple. I can select only one at a time. You can move it over. It's available on the left and selected on the right. I don't know why, but my brain initially thought of course on the left, available on the right, but I don't really know what the big difference is. You remember when you were doing design and your MacBook Air's Notes app or in Pages? You didn't have Freeform at the time? Yeah, Freeform is nice. I like it a lot. Okay, so if I do like that and we move you over and then so their search, at least they didn't lose everything. That would have been not great, but okay. This is fine, but they have no Oh, oh, okay. They do have drag and drop with the line above, sort of like mine. You can reorder and move back and forth between each one. I like this. I like this. So this has both ways where I can just add them all in. I don't think I'm ever going to run into an issue where I need to add all of them one way or the other, but I could have like might want to like clear out a course and just like start over again. So I could imagine that. So I can see the search and then the drag and drop part of it from both lists. Okay, I like that. And then you could also reorder this way too. This one lets you reorder. That doesn't make quite as much sense. Wait. Oh, that's a weird thing. I don't want that. Okay, so I don't think we learned anything new here. We already looked at this one, and this is fine. Oh, fine. I have an account. I just don't feel like logging in right now. But okay, I think this is our basic general wireframe design. Available on the left and select on the right makes more sense for you. I do read left to right. So I am one of those. So I am okay with that. I'm also okay with potentially doing the all and then one and basically doing the different arrows. I think that might be okay. So if I put you in here like that. Do they have a rotate on this? No? Those are all right arrows. Cool. We could do this. Oh, if I make them have a negative width, oh, that might work. But I think I found a better way of doing this. So if I make you small, I can go like that. Let's see. Oh, I can do that. Yeah, that works. But it's too late. We made this now. So we have all left, one right, all right. So if I do something like that, then I want to select it. So we would mark I don't know, something like I don't like gray because that makes me think of like it's not selected. Can I make you... Oh, opacity. Okay. So I don't really need this background. I can do something like that. Okay. And then we'll just give this a nice title. And it will be course articles. Or maybe this will be like maybe, ooh, no. Assign articles to course. We can do available articles on the left. I probably assign articles to, I probably want to do like a specific course. So if I want to do something like SQLX, Rust. Okay, so this will be I want to be able to drag these and drop these, so I guess those would be notes. So can drag and drop. Between lists. And drag and drop to reorder. And I think those are the only other notes that I really need for this. Oh, if I'm doing this, do I want like a save button for this? I might want to do like a save button where like it doesn't take effect right away, but it takes effect when I want it to be done. So I could do another button. So I want to save and I want to revert, or maybe a cancel. You remember where you last saw this kind of control? It was in the customize ribbon options of Word, Excel, Power. I don't have Word installed here, but that makes a lot of sense. Like I've seen this design pattern used all over the place, and I guess like I didn't know until now what the name of it is. So it's nice to know that this is called a dual list pattern. Okay, so that means, well, we're probably not going to get all of this done right now or today. So the plan is the rest of today we're working on component design. So going to go back into the component library. We're going to start working on this, and then after today, I'll probably just like keep on working on this off stream. And then next stream we'll be working just on courses and just like building up, updating, just like, you know, course stuff. Because I think that's going to be more bang for the buck for like return on investment for me on the stream. And then also like, hey, we should actually work on a course. And so like I can work offline to improve the experience both for myself and for all of you taking a course, and you know, all the above. I'll of course show you off what I'm doing when I deploy something. I think that would be fun. But at least today we get to start working this. So this is going to be a new component we want to create. So let's actually go and set that up. Now, this, I'm okay and I'm happy with using the tags in the way that they are right now. So I'm okay with deploying, because we didn't make a change to the LMS besides updating the table. And so I'm okay with that. So let's go ahead and do a deploy. Even though I didn't really set a course article preview, I haven't done that yet, but that will be, I guess, wait, this is one more thing for it. To set the preview thing, which is like the most important part, I want the ability to mark it as preview like inside of here. So I could select maybe these. So I need something to denote its preview. So maybe I update the actual text. It's not really... Okay, is there an icon for preview? Or maybe let's just go to icons. Okay, so there's preview. This one might be good. Do you have that icon in here? Oh, we can use like a little eye icon. Can I upload my own? Okay, so we'll do something like this. You exist for all of these. We've got you selected. If I've got you selected, we can mark you for your preview. And that way we can say like, okay, you're marked as preview. Whereas if you got U selected, oh, this would be a toggle. So the button would do the opposite based upon it. So this would no longer, this would be, oh, what's the opposite of preview then? So we have to make it preview and make it private. And so this button would be green. This button would be like red. And this button we can remain blue, let's say. And so if we come down here, this would be mark preview. The opposite of this one. I don't know if I like the location of this button, because like these two essentially change the full state of the database. This updates what's in here, but hasn't changed the state of the database yet. I almost feel like this should go in here. Like maybe is there like a cancel or the line across thing? Can I make you really thin? No. That's as close as I can right now. But like, okay, so I can basically, and then I can maybe differentiate. We can say like, okay, you go up here. And all of you go down here. So I can differentiate those. I think I'm more of a fan of this. I also don't like this because it makes me think I can do it over here. And I only want this to be clickable over here. I don't like that either. I could have it be a toggle inside of each of one of these if they're over here. But I don't, I'm not a huge fan of that. Like how would I know to mark it as preview or not? I'm going to keep it over here to the right. I could expand the list and basically have something like this. And then essentially I would have like a title for this section and then a little title for here. So it would be kind of like a table inside of here, but more like a follow up, like follow along status to this. I do kind of like it being inside of here though. I do like this look a little bit more. Maybe we just do that, this thing over here, that everybody, when you're in here, you just automatically get the X on it. And then you just click on that once. Oh, but then everything else you can drag on. You can drag and drop on. So that's the reason why you want to be outside. I like the, it's okay. I like the list builder aspect of it. The preview, I'm not sold on how to make it preview. Like unless that's going to be two different views, like one I build the rest articles in like a completely different thing, I mark them as preview or not. Feels like I want to do it together though. Or I just do this pattern here. What if I create like a sub box for this? And I do that. The actual sub box would be like this then. I guess to make it obvious what's happening, this is what that would look like. I think it looks ugly. What do you all think? I don't like it. Also, the eyes look like they're staring at me. I'm going to switch them out to just simple checkboxes. I still like the look of it being in here the most. I like this look the most. I don't want to have to do anything like a swipe to like open it up. I just want like a single click to mark them as checked. But I guess I could, if I select them, I wonder if I'm going to need like some kind of title for this. So preview. And I suppose we could have a little bit of a box. And the rest of them just show up like this. And so then I can go and add them in there, and this would be the slot pattern that we figured out before. So we can, everything that's in here just has a slot, and I can mark it as preview or not. And then obviously you get sort of, you're in a checkbox too. I mean, I don't hate it. I think that could be good too. So if I click on that, I can mark it as preview or not. I can also drag and drop down below and do all that kind of stuff. So I think this will be the design we land on. So can drag and drop between lists, can drag and drop to reorder. Can have optional slot for each selected item. Okay. So given this, I'm going to put that over there. Let's see what we need to do. So we have a search with the X. We have that. I need the like special list. I guess let's like start building out one at a time. Also, I need to get you going. So say, okay, I just committed. That's all I did, right? All right, so okay, we push you. We'll let you do it your thing. All right, what am I creating here? We're going to create a list, a dual list. So I'm going to want a new page. I'm going to want to create a new page for this, for dual list, essentially. So that means, is that app first? What's the order that I create this in? I think I have to create the page first. So apparently I can just do this. And I think this has been around for a while, but I didn't realize it. We could just have the function be named whatever we want it. So this, in this case, it would be like a BB. Oh, this is a dual list prototype. Oh, we can do, let's see, BB container. Okay, so what are we gonna put in here? This is gonna be, I guess, a dual list. So we've got you set up. Then I need to create a router entry for this. Oh, you can't find it? It's dual list prototype. Oh, I can't find it. Oh, is it because I didn't save all? I didn't save it. Okay, never mind. Oh, wait, did I forget to make it public? I didn't make it public. That was the problem. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Hello. I have no idea what your username is because I do not read that language. But how are you doing today? Have I worked with Delta RS yet? I have not. What is Delta RS? A version control and incremental data storage tool based on Rust. Okay, so it's a version control and incremental data storage tool based on Rust, allowing you to store only data blocks that have not been stored in previous versions, effectively managing and restoring different versions of data. Ooh, okay, so I could see where this could be useful here. The design of Delta RS is centered around the following key principles: version control, incremental data storage, block-based data storage. Okay. I don't know if I want to bring it in for all of this though, because it's just like more stuff on the front end, but this could be interesting to play around with. Yeah, this is pretty cool. This is the URL for that. So I probably want to use it right. Oh, wait, it's yanked. Huh. That's interesting. I didn't realize that the first time we looked at it. So never mind. That doesn't look like it's a good choice. So no, I haven't looked at it, and I probably won't because it is yanked. I'm guessing that they're building a new version or something. So ignore that link. I think I can actually delete that, right? Can I delete this message? I have no idea how. You're looking at something different for integration with Delta files. Oh, I don't know. I don't think I've ever worked with Delta files. So yeah, no, I haven't looked at that at all. What are Delta files anyways? Like in my mind, I'm thinking like a difference between files, but if it's an actual file itself, I'm not really sure what that would be. It's basically a parquet wrapped with a transaction log, so it's an optimized file form type. Interesting. Yeah, so I haven't heard of that at all. That could be, I mean, that could be interesting. I'm not sure what I would, well, I probably need to like look into it before I can like make a decision of like how I would use it. But yeah, so like basically the answer is no, I haven't. Okay, so let's see. So we have our do list. I want to add in, okay, so we want to just like put in our do list now. So the scenario is going to be, we're going to do this scenario where we have like our available articles and then like the Rust articles, and we're going to just build that out here. So looking at our design, the first thing we can have well, we have the title, so I don't care about this title here. I want basically this outline first, I guess, where I have like two lists showing up, which that means I need a list. Because if I'm going to create, well, I guess I can create this full component first, and then I'll create like components from that. So I don't have a component for a dual list, so we're going to create that next. Okay, so first part of it is going to be, I want like two lists back and forth. So that means we're going to have some kind of sort of like div wrapper around them both. So that's going to be a container. Oh, and you need a child to do something with this. So I need like list. We'll just put that there just to make sure it works. Actually don't think I even need these props at all. Nope, didn't want to do that. Yeah, I don't need props for this one because it's just a full page. Okay, so here's our first list, which means, okay, so next up, we need the list component. So diving in a little bit. Now I don't think we have, okay, so I have a button list. I don't think that this should be a button. These shouldn't be buttons. These should just be a list of text, right? So just a standard list. you will need to take an struct. And then for this list, so there's probably going to be another container. And so we have our list. Okay, so back to dual list is going to have two of these next to each other. So that means I want a single row. So then in this case, instead of a container like this, I probably want to change you to a BB row. Wait. This is pages. Okay, never mind. I like you. I want the prototype pages. I want the components dual list. Here, this one. Okay, so bring you as a BB row, and then I want 3 columns in this row. Okay, so now I have 3 columns, and then inside of each, we're going to have our, well, inside of the far left and the far right one, we're going to have our list. Okay, so if I do that, why are you unhappy? Could not find list and components. Is it because I didn't save everything? That's what it is. Okay, so you're not showing up anything yet because, wait, did I not put anything in the dual list? So list. I have a list here. You would think that would work. Okay, so components dual list like that. Yeah, we have BB call, we have the two lists. With the prototype pages, we have, oh, we need to pull in dual list now. Okay. Okay, so we have that. There we go. Okay, so we have our 2 there. I would like to center this. That would be nice. I guess it's not fully necessary, but it would be nice. Can I put an outline around these? What do I want to do for that? I want to... I don't think that my container has the ability to... Oh, I can do margin. Oh, but that... Okay, that doesn't do right. And the default for a margin is what? Margin is normal, which is some container. Is there a way for me to center this easily? So not that one, not that one, not that one. Oh, because I start off with a row, column, container. Oh, so okay, if I make you like a flex, right? You're not a flex? Oh no, you are flex. Okay, hold on. Oh, okay, so these are already flex. So that's cool. So then there's no just center for that. That would have been nice if I had done that and thought about that. Doda, hello. How are you doing today? Let's see. I don't think I can do margin. See, top left. No, that won't work. There's the align, no, justify content. That doesn't do it. There's the align, but I think that's like, that's a round, right? That's not that one. Oh, there's the justify items. That doesn't do it. Oh, I need like a width, don't I? What are each of these? So we have call. So you go all the way. Oh, you're already centered. Okay, so it actually works. It actually works. I need to center these titles here. That would, okay, so we're already good. So I need to center the titles. So that means I need titles for them. So let's start in the most inner for that. So that's going to be for each list. I suppose I could have a title level for these. So let's see, we'll do level. Yeah. Title level. So clone you. And we want you to be centered here. You're doing pretty good. Awesome. That's good to hear. Okay, so if I do that, now you're going to be upset because I'm not passing this in, right? So we need to have a title for each list. So this is the dual list. So we have the available. So Okay, so we'll have that. Then we can pass these in, right? So we'll have our title equals available title. Do I have to clone you? I probably have to clone you. Hello, Stacking. How are you doing today? You just went to go order a pizza for the Pizza Friday, and this website had the hotspot to charge a $1.50 online order fee. Like, I feel like that was like back in the early 2000s when webs like they nobody used websites, and so like the website was the cost center. And they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna charge you for that because like you're clearly one of those online people. But yeah, nowadays it should just be free. Ironically, I wonder if we're ever gonna see like, oh yeah, online ordering is free. It's an extra $1.50 for phone order. I wonder if we're eventually gonna get to that. Okay, and so now you're here, so we need the various titles, right? So we have available title. So we'll just do SQL X. So I've done title level 1s. This would be 2s. Okay, so there we go. We're happy with this. Was that a correct pronunciation on the Yiddish? I'm not good at like rolling or like doing any like some of the pronunciations of those languages. So I'm happy that at least it's recognizable. Okay, and then I want these are centered now, so that's good. This is like a little bit big, but we can fix that. We could make so and well we'll deal with that in a little bit. I do want an outline across these lists. So perhaps okay, so we can do this in two places. I can put the outline on the list where I say like, hey, I want an outline over the list, or I can put the outline on the dual list where I say like, hey, you have an outline around you. I kind of like the idea of going to the list and saying like, I want a border. Like I want this to a border to be Boolean. If I want it here or not. And then we'll make this a styled component. So this would be border. I want this to be like 1 pixel solid, like black. And you should probably be okay, so you become an option. Then what are you upset about? If props up border, it's missing a block after the condition because you're not supposed to equal. That's why. Border CSS. And then we'll put this in here. You really don't feel like calling and dealing with someone who has 100 people talking in the background and has to repeat 5 times, but you're too stubborn to pay that fee. Oh no, so you're gonna have to make them call. I mean, to me, that's usually when I just make somebody else do the call instead. Because like, the other thing is, a phone call is like so imperfect, right? Like there's a much higher chance that they're gonna get it wrong too. Because every time that I call in, I have to ask them, okay, repeat it. And like half the times they like, why do you want me to repeat it? I got it right. The first, like I've got it. I'm like, really? Prove it. Close the circle. Okay, so we have that. So now I want, so this is on a list, which means we're going to come back to a dual list. And we say border is true for each of these. Okay, so now we have a nice little border around them. Delegation, 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 and done. That's the perfect way. It's like delegate to somebody else. Like, hey, this is your problem now. You want food tonight? You're making that call. And that's what we call management. Okay, so we got that. That's good. All right, so we got our border around it. We've got our title. Yeah, good luck getting the cats to do it. So there are various APIs. Like most pizza places have an API. And you can do online orders through that. So if I assign an allowance to the cat, and let's say that allowance is like $1.50 per week, or maybe it's like $2 per week or something like that. And that allowance goes to like making, like buying them treats and other fun stuff, right? But then you can have a button, and every time the cat presses the button, a pizza gets ordered for you, and it pays the fee. So now the cat is paying the fee. And now you've delegated it to your cat, right? Like this sounds, how could this possibly go wrong? and then just train the cat to press the button and pray that you don't leave the button out, because then you'll have like pizzas at like 2 a.m. when the cat thinks that it's going to get food from pressing the button properly. Nothing could go wrong with this. I think I mentioned it before, but I've trained my cat. So Zilby, we gave him a food button, like one of those buttons like you see like Billy Speaks or some of the other cats on YouTube. So we trained him on a button. He presses the button when he wants food, but he never presses it once. He presses it like 10 times in a row, and this would result in, like, unless you have like some kind of debouncing or some other rules around it, this would result in like getting 10 pizzas every day, every night, multiple times. He'll even press the button for food after we give him food, which we think is due to him not liking the food that we gave him. He like looks at it and is like, goes and presses the button again. He's like, okay, spoiled cat. 1 pizza per day and only between wake hours. That does not limit how much pizza you're going to get, though. Max equals maybe 1 per week. Maybe 1 pizza per week and only like an hour before dinner time. That might make sense. So you're going to get pizza every Monday. All right, so I've got that. Okay, search is going to be next, and we have search. Now I probably want to do. Okay, so then we want to go back to the list. I probably want to do a row, like switch these out for row. And then we'll have, I guess like full columns here. Actually, wait, I don't think we need row. If everything is here like this, everything should take up 100% of the space, and that should be fine. But in all fairness, is there such a thing as too much pizza? If you let your cat order it for you, I think we'll find out that there is such a thing as too much pizza after you have pizza for like the 4th time in a day. Just a thought. I mean, it's just a thought. Okay, so title. All right, so we have that. So next up would be the search. Let's see if I can bring this in. So I want BB input. And now you have, is there like an is search for this? I don't think I have like a search, right? Yeah, I don't have a search. We just have like a, not text. Okay, so it is just an input. BB input type. Okay, it's just gonna be text. All right, so this is gonna be fine. This is gonna be fine. So, okay, first up, we need the ID. So let's see, well, I can't make up an ID here, so we have to bring in an ID as a property, aren't we? We should just make this search ID. Okay, search ID for that. ID equals search ID. Okay. Plenty of other things. Okay, so label is next. Label is going to be search. Let's see, then name. Guess that should be lowercase. Okay, you still don't like this. Oh, because now you need an ID. Good point. And then you have like a whole pineapple on a pizza, which is, I mean, that's a way to do pineapple on pizza. Okay, so ID for this. So this is probably going to be, I wonder if I want an ID coming here. So we probably want like another ID. So we're going to do let, this is going to be the available. Okay, so this is going to be selected ID, okay. And we're going to throw this in both of you. Okay, so I'll do both of you for that one, and I'll just change you to a selected ID. Okay, and then you'll be upset because you need an ID here. All right, so the ID for this is going to be, we'll just call this a dual list. Or maybe like a course articles. Yeah, sure, course articles. Am I some kind of monster that don't mind pineapple on pizza? No. I go back and forth. I sometimes like pineapple on pizza. I think like it's sort of like a what mood I'm in. It also has to be good pineapple because like over here in Colorado, pineapple isn't native, and then like all the pineapple in the stores are like green and they're not that sweet or that good. So I prefer to like only have fresh good pineapple. I don't like canned pineapple on well, I just don't like canned pineapple in general. So if it's fresh pineapple in like a place that grows it natively, and I generally like to add it like either at the end of cooking or like at the very end, I just like add it on there. So maybe if it's like warm and room temperature, I don't want it cooked in necessarily, but I think it's fine. I think it's okay. You won't seek it out, but if someone orders it, you won't mind eating it. Yeah, so like the other thing is like if it's on pizza and like I'm not gonna pick it off. I'm not like one of those. Like I'll pick off for some reason I at some point in time I stopped being able to eat olives. I just like can't stand the flavor anymore of them. Which is strange because when I was a kid, I loved olives. I sort of believe that I just at one point in time ate too many of them, and then my body rebelled, and now I just don't like it anymore for the rest of my life. So I'll pick off olives, and so far that's the only item that I'll pick off. Okay, so you're text, that's fine. So the default is text. Required, I don't want this to be required. Okay, your name is required. Message. I don't need a message for this. Value, I don't need to, I need to do the entire value thing for it. Let's see. Is there something that you regret doing in coding years back? I mean, like, probably, I think, I guess, like, I regret not realizing that I was learning coding when I was a systems administrator. I think that I could have gone a lot farther and done a lot more cool things if I had like gotten a more programming mindset when I started that up. So like I regret that, but like not fully regret, because like I still led here, and I'm okay with that. So I guess I don't have any like really strong regrets, if that makes any sense. So not really. I certainly didn't do anything to like cause any major problems or get fired because of coding. So I certainly would have regretted if I did that, but I didn't. What about a regular Swedish pizza with curry, banana, salted peanuts, and pineapple spread with sauce béarnaise? There are 3 things on there that I never expected to be like in the same food. Is this a normal thing? Like, so if I go to Switzerland and I order a pizza, is that like one of the popular normal pizzas that I would get? Because I'm perfectly fine. Like I'm happy to go to countries and visit and like order like local dishes that like they like. But if it's like one of those like, oh no, that's just, you know, a weird thing we do, or a weird thing we serve Americans that don't know, then I probably wouldn't get it. You hated olives until you started dating your wife. She'll leave a bowl out all summer, so you just pick them up while walking, and then you grew to love them. Okay, I think I did the opposite of some kind. Like I loved them, and then eventually I just couldn't stand them anymore. I am Steve. Hello. How are you doing today? I think the whole body changes all 7 years, so maybe you just change the taste in your tongue. It might be something like that. It very much could have. You have no words either. You were watching a Swedish streamer. He got a pizza and showed it off. I was permanently scarred since. So wait. Was that from a store? Was that from like a restaurant that he got the pizza from? Or was it a Swedish like chef streamer who was like making and made a pizza, and that's what they put on it? So that might be 2 different things. He had banana on it too. Like banana goes well with a lot of things. Even like cooked banana goes well with a lot of things. Pizza is not one of the ones I would imagine. For me, it seems like a guy who's extremely friendly and without problems. I mean, I try to be, right? Like it's, I try to be fairly positive. There was a point in my life where I was like, I fell into that sort of like negative trap because all my coworkers were like super negative and very like pessimistic. And it was not healthy for me in the least. And like nowadays, like I know that being optimistic generally tends to result in more favorable outcomes. So, well, I'm going to be more optimistic. Oh, it's Swedish, not Switzerland. Okay. I do not know my geography, apparently. So sorry about that. Sweden. Okay. Apparently in my brain, it starts with SW. I'm like, well, that's the same thing, right? No, not the same thing. Sweden is not Switzerland. Switzerland is very south. Okay. Sorry about that, everybody who I offended. I do want to go visit. I've never been to Europe. I want to visit all the areas there someday. And I have family that lives in France. I don't know exactly where in France, but they live over there, and they own and run a bed and breakfast. We have good pizzas, always cheese on it. Swiss cheese. Oh, interesting, Swiss cheese. Over here, it's usually a mixture of 4 different cheeses that they put on it, and I don't think Swiss is one of them. You're doing great. Long day so far, a bit tired. I mean, I totally understand, especially the end of the week. That's usually when we're very tired, oftentimes. Nope, just a regular Swedish dude that ordered a pizza. That, I mean, strange pizza aside, I mean, perhaps strange pizza for maybe that's worth like ordering a pizza just to try it out if I visit. Plantains with mac and cheese is clutch. I have never had plantains with mac and cheese, but plantains is clutch. Like plantains are amazing. There's a few places over here that serve plantains. There's a African restaurant near the airport that we stopped by one time when we were like on our way in or on the way out, and it was good food. I love that. And they had like every dish had a side of plantains. It's near Swiss, but other part we live. Okay. He was stoked. It was so memorable that he clipped it. Okay, so wait, he liked the pizza? Well, if it's good, like if it's super super good despite being strange, that might be something. Like maybe one day we'll do a gathering. Anybody who like lives near Sweden will be like, okay, we're gonna do a hangout. We'll order a pizza, and we'll do a meetup and eat some fun, interesting pizza. From Sweden is also, so I'm going to get the pronunciation wrong, but I've heard of this before. Surströmming, which is like stinky fish. I've heard of that. I've heard like there's always the videos of like people like, oh yeah, just try this and see if you can, and then it's just like a bunch of Americans usually trying not to gag while smelling and eating it, which I've never smelled it. Oh yeah, absolutely. You can definitely link to the guy. Let's see. I don't have audio set up for this computer, so we can't look at it. That is not what I was imagining that pizza to look like. But it is interesting. And he did look really stoked about it. I'll have to add that into maybe someday, like a bucket list. Right, fermented fish. But it's not that strong on YouTube. I figured everybody was overreacting, right? Like that's usually not something you Oh, literally that went to the next one was a Swedish girl trying to do the Swedish banana pizza. Okay, well, that we'll have to, apparently this is a thing. No, I do like fermented food. Sometimes fermented food makes me really hungry, ironically. Like where it's like, okay, I ate some food. It was like, if it's super strong, it's like, okay, now I'm feeling really hungry for some reason. And so like, then I'll just eat way more food, which undoes the benefits of whatever the fermentation is. So that's not great, but yeah, I'd be happy to try it out. And that pizza, like, it looked good. I like when you look at it itself, it looks fine. All right, so it is 4:35. I've got a friend. My boss is actually coming over. We're gonna have dinner together and see about recording a podcast. We have no idea like when this is gonna go out or what it's gonna look like, so I can't really give any promises of like where it is. But if we do have anything published, I'll put links to it in Discord, and I'll mention it on the stream. But let's see. So I'm going to go ahead and mark this as done. Mark it as done? No, I'm not marking it as done. I'm going to mark this as, what is it called? In progress. And then we're going to transition to, I'm going to continue working on this off stream. And next time we're going to be working on the Axum course. So starting Monday morning, we're going to review where we are in Axum course. We might have to like rewrite some of the articles because we've learned some things about how to write those, and I'm not sure all the old ones are sort of like up to snuff, as it were. And then we'll just sort of go from there and start figuring things out again. Maybe revisit the plan and get that going. Maybe even like move the plan from the what is this tool called? Maybe move it from Freeform to like something else, something on GitHub. So anyways, we'll figure all that out later. So with that, have they given any timeline for the new version? New version of, Yew? No, Axum. No, so the new version of Axum is tied up with Tower, I want to say. And so as soon as Tower updates, everything else can update. Like all Axum will update to like the next thing. All of the other tools around the ecosystem will update. And there was like some question, well, I had some question when there was that last vulnerability that hit a lot of HTTP servers and SSL stuff. I was wondering whether or not Tower was affected, but no, Tower was not affected. They did not have to patch to fix the vulnerability. So therefore it did not force the 1.0 update. I was kind of like, part of me was hoping that they were going to have to rush it out because then we can get it. I'm a little bit concerned that we're going to run into like the exact same problem that we did last time, where we're going to like build this full course and like on the day I'm releasing it, they're like 1.0 is here. Everything's different. Go and rebuild everything. Yay. So we'll have to see how it's going. Maybe we can do like a long bet on that. So let me do this. Nightmare. It's the problem of like tutorial content creators everywhere, right? Is like you build a curriculum and then it just gets out of date the second that you update. But it was fine for years beforehand, and then you're like, we're going now. And it happened to you and to Axum together for the YouTube course. That was fun. All right, so work in progress. We're creating, I guess like it shouldn't be creating a work in progress. So we are adding in a search for each list. Okay, so that's going up there, and then I completely forgot about you. So the last thing we did here was we pushed, so we're going to create a new, so set article preview. Okay, so we're good there. And I will watch this on the side and continue this deployment. Now, this is not going to affect users at all. It's going to just affect me as an author. So nothing, like if any of you are like actually on the site taking a look at it, you won't notice anything different. Can you message them about like, hey, how about add more features and wait like one more year? It's a dual thing, right? Because them going 1.0 will bring a lot of attention to Axum 2. Because like I think there's a lot of people waiting for Axum to go 1.0 before they can sell it to their company to say, let's use this technology. Let's actually do it in production. Because there's a lot of companies that like are very skittish about using anything that has the beta tag on it. So like in that case, if I'm like most of the way done and there's not too many updates that I need to do to get it out, and then it goes out, that's actually like not bad for me. I can be I can catch the wave, as it were, and then buy them lots of pineapple pizzas. We could do that. I don't have enough money for that, but we can, like, maybe someday I can like offer pizzas to every technology of the course that I make. That'd be like a fun thing that could be done. Oh, cool. Okay, so you're good there. Was there another one? Nope. Okay, so that's a release. So what was the last thing? That was a PR create, GitHub, PR merge. Yes, okay. Now I get to watch that, and we're good to go there. All right. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and call it an end. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with me today. I will be back on Monday morning at around 7 a.m. Mountain Time to continue. I believe that we're going to go with around the same schedule. And we'll continue doing the restream experiment with Twitch and YouTube. I think it's been working out so well, so far so well. I have to figure out like my sort of chat window setup. So that's one of the things I want to work on this weekend. But besides that, it'll be course building. We're going to get back into that. Oh, and I'm also going to do the social media announcement for the course, for the SQLX course, because we've got several people that have purchased it, several people who have gone through it, and haven't heard anything back anymore since like we fixed the other issues. So I think we're ready to go. So that's going to be exciting as well. So with that, have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next time. Bye.